Welcome back to the fourth episode of the writing process. Take some time to think about the differences between a short and a long conversation that you've had with someone about a specific event. Chances are that the short conversation lacked details and got straight to the point. The long conversation most likely had so much detail that you could almost picture yourself being there now. Descriptive writing is a literary device in which the author uses details to paint a picture with their words. This process will provide readers with descriptions of people, places, objects, and events through the use of suitable details. The author will also use descriptive writing to create sensory details as a means of enhancing the reading experience. If done effectively, the reader will be able to draw a connection through the use of sensory details that include seeing, hearing, smelling, touching, and tasting. These techniques will assist you in becoming not only a better writer, but will also make your writing more engaging for readers. The primary purpose of descriptive writing is to describe a person, place, or thing in such a way that a picture is formed in the reader's mind. Capturing an event through descriptive writing involves paying close attention to the details by using all of your five senses. A descriptive essay is an artistic writing form. The reader feels personally touched with the painting of the writer's words. So, let's talk about some types of descriptive writing. The first one is vivid details. Descriptive writing includes details that show instead of tell. Sensory details allow the reader to see, hear, smell, taste, and touch what the writer is describing. The cat walked down the street does not include descriptive details. The gray tabby slinked across the cul-de-sac includes details that create a picture in the reader's mind. The second type is figurative language. Descriptive writing often includes figurative language, or language that employs figures of speech. Figurative language departs from literal meaning to creatively make a point. This type of descriptive writing includes devices like metaphors, similes, and personification. With personification, an inanimate object takes on human qualities. For instance, a tree branch grasps like a pointing finger, or a dependable pickup truck becomes a trusty confidant. Then comes the strong verbs. Descriptive writing includes as much detail as possible in as few words as possible. Using active verbs makes writing more precise. Linking verbs like is, was, and are not active. Action verbs race, sing, and dance create compelling writing. Instead of writing, she walked slowly, it is more precise to write, she meandered. Using strong verbs draws in the reader. Lastly, we have writing from observations. One way to put the reader in the middle of a piece of writing is to write from observation. If you want to write about a basketball game, go to a game and take notes. Write about what you see, taste, plus touch, smell, and feel. If writing a narrative from memory, sketch the setting and all of its objects. If possible, visit the place where the action in the narrative occurred and notice the particulars of the setting. Now let's take a look at the examples. First we have Summer Shower by Emily Dickinson. A drop fell on the apple tree. Another on the roof. And made the gables laugh. The breezes brought dejected lutes. And bathed them in the glee. And signed the fate away. This poem gives an example of descriptive style. Ms. Dickinson describes a summer rainstorm in detail, with beautiful images, so that the readers can visualize this storm in their own minds as if it is actually happening. Another example is Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. The studio was filled with the rich odor of roses, and when the light summer wind stirred amidst the trees of the garden, the sullen murmur of the bees shouldering their way through, or circling with monotonous insistence. This is a good example of descriptive writing style since the author gives visualizations, feelings, description of a location, and details about bees that could be seen and heard. A unique literary style can have great impact on the piece in which it is used, and on the readers. When authors write and put their ideas into words, they have many choices to make, which include words, sounds, logic, and sentence structures. However, different authors use different literary styles that depend on the distinct expression and their utilization of these choices. At last, a few key points to remember while making an attempt at descriptive writing. Use sensory details. Don't just tell readers how something looks. When possible, tell them how it feels, sounds, smells, moves, or tastes. Use literary devices, such as similes and metaphors. Don't overdo it. Sometimes a little can go a long way. Writers should take care to not overwhelm their readers with adjectives, however. Piling detail on top of detail can start to feel ridiculous. Focus instead on using powerful language to describe a handful of details that really help build the image. Literary devices like similes or metaphors can also be great alternatives to laundry lists of adjectives. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned and subscribe to watch the next episode of The Writing Process. Happy writing!